Start.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast today.
I am on, personally a Manchester City fan. Uh, with me today, I have Zana, who's a Manchester United fan, and Hatindat, who is a proud Arsenal fan.
So, for this week's podcast, we are discussing the Premier League transfer activities. And now let's get into it.
So,
Okay.
first name in the Premier League is Arsenal, right? Alphabetically speaking.
Yeah, right. So,
Okay. So, as an Arsenal fan, I want to start this podcast first. So, we're going to talk about first is the Alba transfer to Barcelona.
Yeah, Aubameyang out. To be fair, he's been bad all season, so it shouldn't be that much of a loss, right?
Yeah, he only scored 4 goals, which is pretty bad.
though last season he did good, right?
No, last season he only scored 10.
He's been on decline since the new
Since
contract.
since
Yeah.
since 1920. 1920 he scored like 22, and last season he scored only 10. So pretty bad decline, to be honest. So
Yeah.
is it a good decision of Arsenal or not?
I mean, if he would have gone out for like 10 million, I would have said yeah. I would have said yes.
But he went on free. Yeah.
I'm even hearing from some sources that Arsenal is still having to pay wages for him, which I don't know if that's true. But if that is true, then that's horrible finance.
Yeah, I think
Completely horrible.
And what about things, Anam? Do you think it's good decision?
I don't think that it would be beneficial to Arsenal if they sell Alba for like 10 million. I think they would get probably 20 millions from this.
Yeah, but he went on a free, so
Yeah.
it's even
Anyway,
worse.
he went for free. So it's
Also, you have to talk about like it's a January transfer window, right? And like Aubameyang isn't the only one leaving. Chambers is, Maitland-Niles is too. So like that brings the squad depth into question, right?
Chambers.
Yeah.
And you thought about him. I will just him moving.
I just think
It's not that important, but
Arsenal is the problem with the squad depth, to be honest. I mean,
yeah,
with Aubameyang out and Maitland-Niles out, within
yeah,
the final stretch of the season, you have two attackers, which is Lacazette, and two strikers, who is Lacazette and Nketiah, neither of which have renewed their contract. So
yeah, but Martinelli can play in striker position in the number 9. You know,
yeah, but
so
even
I think Pepe can even play as 9 if he wants to be.
well,
It's just about
Arsenal has a Smith Rowe, right? I think he's really potential. He's young and he's got all it needs to be a great attacker.
yeah, but Smith Rowe is not a striker.
Yeah.
Smith
But if we're talking about the transfer window in general, I mean, I feel like Arsenal has missed two of their biggest target, right? Vlahovic and Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah,
Bruno
two big.
Guimaraes.
Yeah,
I
completely.
think the first one, Vlahovic went to Juventus. I think
Yeah, he went to Juventus.
that is just because Arsenal doesn't have Champions League football right now. But for the Bruno Guimaraes case, he went to Newcastle, fan. Fucking Newcastle.
Yeah, I think you can feel a little harder on by.
It's not surprising. Newcastle has a really rich owner. I mean,
yeah, I know, but if Arsenal calls
we are
Bruno,
we are going to cover them eventually. So let's not talk too much about it. In fact, let's move on to Aston Villa.
Yeah. Okay,
Who
Aston Villa
had a great window, I think.
Yeah, he's had a great window. So he Aston Villa signed Coutinho, Lucas Digne, Chambers, and
Lucas
some other
Digne
extra.
Looks still, in my opinion, I think they saw an unhappy. Yeah, they saw an unhappy situation at Everton, and they swooped in and I think they
Right.
did a great job. Digne he's definitely better than Mark Target, in my opinion. I think he's probably one of the
Digne.
best left back in the Premier League.
No, I disagree completely, man. Digne is just nowhere near the level of Tierney, for
I think
example.
Digne was in an attacking team like Man City or Liverpool or even maybe a Brighton, he could probably still perform more than
Like,
he is.
Digne is really one-sided. He can only cross, or else he can do anything. But Tierney can go inside, outside, combining with other players. You know, so I don't think Digne is one of the best left back. Yeah, but I think that's solid business from.
We're talking about the transfer in general, like it's just the window.
Okay.
I think.
So what do you think about Coutinho then? Coutinho?
I think it was a steal, mate. I mean, if you would tell me when he signed for Barcelona for 187 million, that he'd be at Aston Villa literally a few years later on a free.
Is that on a free?
For a loan. Yeah,
Or
it's
is
a
that
loan.
on a loan?
It's a loan,
Yeah.
so they're not losing any money except for the wage
Yeah.
they have to pay.
Yeah, first. I guess. But Coutinho is on 30, mate. It's like he's not very young right now.
Yeah, but I think it's a good January transfer. You know what I mean? It's a short.
Solid, really solid from Aston Villa. What do you think, Zanam? Do you think Coutinho's good business?
Yeah, sure. I mean, in his first match, he got like 2 goals, right? If I'm not wrong.
I think it was 1 goal and 1 assist to.
Yeah, 1 goal and 1 assist.
To come back from the break, yeah.
A wonderful start for Coutinho.
Yeah.
So
Good
overall, Aston Villa has upgraded their squad.
Upgraded, yeah, for
Even
sure.
with Chambers too, right? They got an extra keeper. They got Chambers in.
Chambers in, free, solid, very solid.
Yeah, that's good squad. All right.
Okay.
On to
Brighton, I guess.
Wait, no, I think it's on to Brentford, am I right?
Yeah. Brentford,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, interesting.
Well,
Brentford.
Big one, right?
We got Ericsson back, right?
Yeah, that's a big transfer.
Who's Ericsson? I don't know that guy.
Sure.
I'm saying Ericsson. I think that's a big transfer. I think that's getting them in the top 10. Right?
Nah.
I'm going to make that play. It's going to get
Brentford will be lucky if they can escape relegation. Brentford will be lucky.
It will get them in top 10. I will make that statement.
Ericsson,
you want to bet on this, fam?
He has just recovered.
I'm confident about that. Currently, they're sitting 14, just 4 points behind Leicester City, who's in 10.
4 points, right?
I think Ericsson can get them at 4 points. I think Ericsson can get them into that top 10.
Right.
But Ericsson has just recovered. I don't think that he'll get. He will not be the prime Ericsson.
He will not be, or he will.
Yeah, he will.
He will not be. Definitely, will never be prime Ericsson again.
I think he has to play a different game. I don't think he can sort of cover the entire pitch anymore. I don't think he can go up on the attack at Tottenham sometime under
Portugal. But like the Brentford system requires the players to run a lot to cover many grounds. I don't think Ericsson suits Brentford, to be honest.
I think that he can only be the substitute.
But I still think if Ericsson was to stay centralized and just make long passes, just run up and down and feel a little bit, I think he could probably do it. I think he could probably make some great passes, long ball, through ball into the box or even just into the front of the. And, those could be assists. Those could be 3 assists.
Yeah, sure, for sure, man. So, okay, moving on to our next team, I guess. Brighton?
Yeah, Brighton.
Not much, to be honest. Only sold Dan Burns to Newcastle. Not really much to say. Right,
they signed some nameless players.
name this player. Dennis Udav.
Yeah, Dennis Udav.
Dennis
I
Udav,
tried
right?
to do some research on him. Guy did very little. I think,
Yeah.
but apparently he has good potential from what I've been told. So yeah, let's move on to Burnley.
I think Burnley did a fantastic job in this window, man.
I think they recovered really well.
Yeah, they recovered extremely well.
When they lost Chris Wood, I believe right on deadline day, it looked like Burnley would have been just screwed
Wood?
for the rest of the
Chris
season.
Wood?
Yeah.
Nah, Chris Wood was not on deadline day. It was like in the middle of the transfer, I think.
Oh,
Kind of
right.
in the
Yeah.
middle.
On the middle. Yeah.
Kind of in the middle. Only Weghorst kind of towards the end, kind of.
Yeah.
So I
But
think selling Chris Wood for 25 million, by the way,
Yeah,
and
so
getting
they've got
Weghorst,
25
For like-
millions to go shopping, right?
yeah, and
yeah, probably
they got Wagner for like I believe 13 to
10?
16 million. No, 13
okay,
to 16.
13. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is very excellent business from them.
That is great.
Absolutely.
I mean, Wiggles, I think he has more like he has like 70 goals within the last 3.5 seasons. We can see
Weghorst
that.
was really good in Bundesliga,
Yeah.
man.
He's a goal machine.
He played in I think Champions League, Europa League. He played everywhere.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I think we can all say this is an upgrade, right? I
yeah,
think
that's a massive upgrade from Chris Wood.
Yeah, I think we all agree. Zanan, you agree too, right?
Yeah, I think so. They've done
All
a
right.
wonderful business.
One of
Yeah.
the best business out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
and also Burnley kept Kaczynski.
Yeah. They also have because I remember there was some rumors at the start of the window that he was unhappy and that he wanted to leave, but they've kept him. So
Yeah.
I think that
Tarkowski was extremely well. He's a really good defender. Very traditional too. Lovely.
also
lovely
I
guy.
think I wouldn't say Burnley is relegation threatened. I mean, I know they are currently 20th on the table, but they played
Yeah.
less game than everyone
They
else.
play-
They've only played 19 fixtures. And
Yeah,
now with
for sure.
goal machine in their team, I think they're going to safely make it into the 15, 14 position, maybe even higher.
Yes, okay. Okay, let's move
Yeah.
on from Burnley. About Chelsea, there's not much stuff to talk about Chelsea.
Well, Chelsea went back to their loan system. Right? They're blowing out with some players. That's really about it,
Yeah.
right? So let's move on to Crystal Palace.
There are talks that Ousmane Dembele was giving contact with Chelsea, but it obviously didn't materialize. Yeah, so about
I
Crystal
think
Palace,
I
Chelsea
don't
would have
think
wanted.
anyone would want to sign Dembele.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
Ousmane Dembele
It's too
was
risky.
Yeah, he's
really
too.
good.
I mean, if I was a Barcelona fan, I would
Yeah.
be pissed off at him. I would want him out of the club. I mean, the guy's injured like
Why?
every 2 weeks.
He was a top talent, man. Why did you treat him like that?
That's in the past. He's nowhere near
I mean,
what he wants.
his friend is the ambulance and the hospital. He doesn't even play. I mean,
He's single-handedly driving up the medical bill of Barcelona.
At the end of the Xavi era, like some of the first matches, Dembele played a very key role in that. Like he was starting every matches. But I don't know how Dembele fall out with Xavi or stuff. And now,
I think he didn't just fall out with Xavi. I think he fell out with the fan. I mean,
yeah,
I think
for sure, man.
out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right. Let's move on to someone who's actually in the Premier League. Crystal Palace.
Sure. Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Not much done, I guess, but they just signed Mateta. A
Mateta.
striker, a really good striker, Mateta.
They signed him permanently. I mean, it was already a loan, so it's not a real addition to the squad. But they did manage to keep some great players, right? No one news of Conor Gallagher moving out the club.
I thought Conor Gallagher was the loan towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
it's not like half.
But there was some rumors about Chelsea calling him back. I think.
Where does he even play in the Chelsea squad?
I don't think he can get into the squad, to be honest. I think he would, but I don't think he'd be happy just sort of playing second fiddle to Mason Mount or whatever.
Yeah, I think the best scenario is for him to come back to Chelsea next season. It's not like
Yeah.
right now. It's not the time.
Zaha still refuses to leave. I think Crystal Palace will be pleased to keep him, but I feel like it's clear that the guy doesn't want to be there.
For sure. Right.
I believe it's Everton next, which is a big one in my opinion, right? They got Frank Lampard. Yeah, Frank Lampard. It's a new coach. I mean, his IQ is 180. His IQ is almost as high as Albert Einstein. That should always speak for itself, right?
Yeah. So obviously Frank Lampard was a very solid manager. He does lead Chelsea to Champions League football on his first season. That's very solid.
Actually, he did well.
Yeah, that's very solid from Everton.
Yeah, that's great from him, to be honest.
They also signed Van der Beek.
Donny Van der Beek, yeah,
and Dele Alli. Thoughts on that, Zanam?
Yeah,
Do you think
I honestly think
valuable signs.
valuable?
I mean,
risky signing too, in my opinion.
yeah, it's a bit risky too.
Yeah.
Because Van der Beek has
Yeah.
he didn't have the
Dele
chance
Alli
to play
been on
much
the
last
line
season,
for
so
years now. Yeah,
Van der Beek.
Dele Alli's been on the decline ever since Mourinho came, and Van der Beek barely even got a look at Manchester United. So
yeah, he got
but
frustrated.
I did think that the Man United didn't play the formation that suits the Beek. Like the Beek is an attacking eight who attack the box. Like the type of guy who is similar to Smith Rowe or Gallagher, but in Manchester United system they played like 4-2-3-1 with a 10 and double 6. So there's not space for an 8 like Gallagher. So he obviously cannot displace Bruno Fernandes. So where does he will play? There's no space for that guy.
It's just he's just not suitable for Manchester United.
Yeah.
They've also got Vitaly Nikolenko, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, replace.
Signed from he is Ukrainian, I think.
Yeah, he's Ukrainian. I think he scored in the Euro, right?
I think he was from Dynamo Kiev. I think.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's a down. I would say it's a downgrade.
It's definitely a downgrade.
They also signed. What did you just say? What are you saying?
He just said it was a downgrade.
I just said Digny is definitely better than Mikolenko.
Yeah, I would say no.
Maybe we didn't see the Ukrainian guy much, so we cannot like comment on how good is him.
They also signed a young right back, right? Nathan Patterson, but
from Rangers. No.
Yeah.
Or from Celtic.
I wouldn't say that's too big exciting though. I feel like the guy's too young. He's not going to be able to save Everton.
Wait, what? How old is that guy? Is that 20 or something?
Yeah, he's 20 or something. He's not going to be able to save Everton. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how, but Everton somehow found himself in 16, which is that's actual position, but you genuinely
quite depressing, Quite depressing that. I think Everton haven't won in Prem for like 16 games, and the only match they won was against Arsenal. It was quite depressing at that time.
It's enough nights.
Yeah,
but next up is Leeds.
Leeds United.
Leeds. Leeds, nothing to be honest.
I believe they have.
They didn't buy anyone. I don't think.
Calvin Phillips. Yeah.
Calvin Phillips.
Excellent player.
Yeah, they kept Calvin and they kept Rafinha.
Yeah, but Calvin Phillips has been like injured this season, so he doesn't like show anything of us this season.
I mean, Leeds has been going through a huge injury crisis this season. He played.
For sure. Yeah.
They play one of the most active, some of the highest work rate football in the Premier League, and they've got probably one of the thinnest squad in the league. So that's just not going to work.
Yeah.
They've got to You've got to get more people in. You can't just be playing students who are still studying their GCSE, playing Premier League 11.
Like 15 and 16 years old would go into the bench. 15 years old, like bunch of kids like us.
But they're doing their homework on the substitute bench.
Yeah, we'll be doing homework. Like we're doing IGCSE on homework. On the first night.
If you get left on the bench, you're gonna bring the calculator
They
out.
bring backpack from school, man. They bring backpack from school.
You gotta bring the calculator out. You gotta start calculating.
I still put some hope in Calvin Phillips. I mean, I really like his style of play. It's
Really?
very
Did you like him
energetic and strong.
at Man United?
Yeah, I would
You like him?
definitely love Calvin Phillips. He's
All right.
Calvin
a
O'Reilly.
player that
Yeah.
Man United needs right now.
Calvin
He's
Yeah, there
O'Reilly.
wasn't much. Yeah, there's
Nah,
not
nah,
much
nah.
to say when it comes to Leeds United, and there's
Calvin
even less
O'Reilly.
to say when it comes to Leicester City because they've done nothing. And
Nothing?
they've not signed anyone, and there's been no rumors. They've done nothing.
Let me remember. Have they even thought of? No,
They-
nothing.
They've
Literally nothing.
not even think about signing someone. They've not even considered a signing. They
Dang,
didn't even
that's-
go on
that's a
transfer
shame.
market.
Damn,
It's
anything.
been like that
Say-
for a couple of seasons. I mean, Leicester is well, they
Has
don't
been-
sign much.
Leicester
players.
doesn't really fork out in the January window, but they've done nothing. Like there's not even a rumor.
Right,
Dang.
so should we move on, right?
Yeah, I think we should move on to Liverpool. Right? Oh.
Liverpool spicy thing, spicy.
I think that's a big one, yeah. Which I think it's obvious who it is. Luis Diaz, right? Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz, yeah, Luis Diaz. Luis
I think-
freaking Diaz.
He's young and
I
potential.
think that's an immediate. Yeah, that's an immediate impact signing, in my opinion. It's one for the future, but it's also one for the now.
Kind of like Jota, kind of Jota.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Liverpool signed Jota, he did not like expect it to be in the starting front three of Firmino, Salah, and Mane, but he kind of like made an impact, like. So I think.
Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't go into whether or not Luis Diaz can replace Mane. Maybe that's one for the future.
That's definitely in the future. Yeah.
That's definitely in the future. But
Yeah.
I don't think we should talk about it now. But for the now and here,
Yeah.
definitely, I think Luis Diaz will be a great addition. Squad depth.
Great addition. Like he will be a very good threat off the bench.
I doubt they'll be able to make a late charge for the title. Right? I think Man City too far ahead. But it is one to look at and go.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Though I think Liverpool should definitely try to keep Salah. He's still
Salah.
the carry one. Yeah, I
The
mean,
carry.
they have not reached
I
an
don't know when
agreement.
his contract is going to run out because I don't keep tabs on that. But whatever he asks for, just pay it. Right?
Yeah,
I feel like
But they have
and-
not reached an agreement. Like they are still disagreeing. But I mean,
about the salary, yeah.
it's sad.
I mean,
But I feel like when the clock starts ticking out, they're gonna be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
think-
Salah is definitely a solid carry.
yeah, but
for-
another
They
thing you
will
look at
pick
it, like
Salah.
Salah
They
is
just
30. Salah is 30, so he is starting to decline very soon.
He's
you know-
30, but he's still scoring 50 goals per season.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
but Salah is sort of like Aubameyang, Aubameyang was firing as a gun machine, but then he signed the contract and he died down. So can Salah be another like Aubameyang,
well,
I
that
don't
depends on
think
how
so.
much you pay him in the contract, right? Aubameyang after he signed the contract, he kind of just gave up. He was like, yeah, money's in the bank. Why do I even work?
Yeah, but Salah can be like that.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know,
Salah
I feel
has
like
been
I think
constantly,
it all comes down to the type of players and mentality.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
mentality,
think about it,
for
because
sure.
if we're talking, I mean, obviously I don't know these guys personally,
Yeah.
but just from watching interviews and watching the play, I think Aubameyang and Salah have very different attitude about this.
Wow. Right. So you think Salah is more like professional?
Yeah, he's still constantly scoring. He's like pocketing
Yeah.
30 goals every season.
No, not really 30 goals, but like 30-ish goals. Yeah,
I mean,
but
I think that
I mean, the guy
He
reached
is more than
32.
30.
Uh, 2018, I want to say 32 goals.
Yeah, so like if Salah was 28 or 27 today, I would definitely give him a new contract. But he's starting to turn 30, so I might to have a think of that. You know.
But
It's
at
all
the
yeah.
at the moment,
It's I think how Luis Diaz or how Mane plays will affect the salary of Mo Salah.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be obvious, right? You're not going to pay a guy a lot if you know, okay, we can probably replace him within a season or two, right?
I think
But
Yeah.
that
most
Liverpool
at the
can sell Mane and keep Salah
yeah, but
and raise the salary for him because he's undeniably the best striker in the Premier League right now.
I
Yeah,
would
but
say the best player. Right?
but if you think of this, if Liverpool keep Salah at 30, give him like 4-year contract, and when he ends his contract in 34 years old, he will probably cost like 10 mil. You know, like if he sell right now, he will
But like,
Liverpool got like
but even for like
Liverpool
a
will got like
It's not a problem. I think he will stay at Liverpool and become a legend.
I mean, football moves quickly. Grealish signed a 5 year deal just last year. Look where he's at now.
yeah, I mean, but I
So
don't
it's
know
like,
Salah, man.
yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's all about business. You know, Liverpool, they barely fork out anymore. I mean, they did for Luis Diaz, but it's all about how much money they have in the bank.
Right. Moving on from Diaz, I think Liverpool loaned out Nathan Phillips and Nico Williams.
I think they sold Nathan Phillips, did they?
What? No, that's loan for sure. Let me check it.
But Nathan Phillips isn't a kid anymore. The guy is 26. He's not a wonder kid. The guy is older than I think Joe Gomez is.
He really older than that?
He's like,
He's 24. Nah,
no,
he's on loan from Liverpool. Look at this. He's on loan to Bournemouth.
oh, okay, I see.
Oh, so he's
About
on
what
loan,
about
right?
Nico Williams?
Joe Gomez is 24 years. And I believe Nathaniel Phillips is he's 24 years. So he's the same age as Joe Gomez.
Nico was extremely young. He's 20 years old.
Yeah.
But
I don't think,
yeah,
I don't think these two departures would be, big, important impact, would be very impactful on the squad, to be honest.
They have not done much.
Yeah, unless they go through an injury crisis again, but I doubt that would happen.
Nathan Phillips is on the other hand 24, by the way, so massive age difference.
Yeah,
but
we should move on right to Manchester City.
Julian Alvarez.
Manchester City.
Yeah, that's the
Only
big one.
who-
Julian Alvarez in the summer. I mean, they're still loaning him to his parent club now. He's going to come in the next season.
Yeah,
I mean, not
Julian
much change,
Alvarez.
right? Not much change.
To be honest,
I think Julian Alvarez was interested by Man United at the start of the season at window. Yeah, but at the end, City got that deal
some
done.
people say Julian Alvarez probably would have the same sort of impact that Gabriel Jesus would have on the squad. As in, he's good, but he's not indispensable, and he's going to take time to fit it.
Sure.
Which, to me, I think that's correct. But I also think Julian Alvarez, I don't think he will fail at the club, because I've seen some people say that he will fail, but I don't think he will. If Pep chooses to stay for the next 3-4 years, I think Julian Alvarez under Pep with the right development, I think he could be a really good player.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on, we have Newcastle, our new oil club.
Manchester United.
Jumped right over the club.
Manchester. Another Manchester team.
Damn, I missed that team. That team must be small.
So, to be honest, they've weakened they've done nothing but weaken their attack with losing Diallo, losing Martial on loan, both on loan, I believe.
Diallo and Marshall, I don't think would do much impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think their attack is weakened overall ever since writing the game. I mean, I wouldn't say it's on him because I think I think he's improved pretty much every aspect of the game aside from the attack. I think
Yeah.
the attack is just kind of fading out.
Though
It's like
losing Greenwood is some sort of a loss
yeah,
for
they
Manchester
did
United.
lose with Greenwood too. So now you have Ronaldo, Cavani,
Sancho,
Elanga
Yeah.
and Rashford.
Yeah, that's
Sancho,
about it.
Elanga, Rashford, Cavani, Ronaldo. That's basically five
Not
attacks.
the weakest spot on the pitch, like 14 goals in 10 games for Manchester United isn't good. And you know,
It isn't good.
14
It
goals,
isn't good. It isn't good.
yeah,
That's
it is
for sure.
good. And to be honest, I think with this January, I don't think they might even be able to squeak into the top 6 anymore. I think they might get kicked out of that.
But I still
Yeah,
believe
they-
in Manchester United ability to get into the top 3.
top.
Still,
Oh, man. Okay. Like the last episode. I see. Let's see.
yeah,
Right.
sure.
Then
Moving on.
that's the changes. He went from top 2 to 3.
Because
He went with
Bruno
top two
is-
last episode, right? He went with top two.
He went from he's going
He
to
was
top
with
3.
top two. He went
He's
with top
changing.
Disgraceful,
I'm
He's
just
gonna
saying
gradually
because
change.
they've lost a couple of attackers, so I've
It's gonna change
really
with every
changed my
episode.
mind.
It's gonna go from top 2, top 3, top 4, and it's gonna go
Yeah,
down.
he's gonna be like that, and he's like,
No, it's definitely not like that. They must be in the top 3.
okay, very
Yeah,
optimistic from Zanam.
yeah.
Okay.
So the next one is another United team, which is Newcastle.
Newcastle.
I think it's a bit frustrating. I mean, they've got a good window. It's a bit frustrating, right?
Yeah.
They went up like 50 players and they end up signing 5.
They released how many?
There were like rumors of like they were targeting like 50 different players and they got like 5, which to be
I
fair,
think it's very decent. I think 5.
yeah, it's a good window. Don't get me wrong, but compared to what it could have been, I think it's decent. That's what it was.
But
They
Decent,
at
very
least
decent.
they've got Trippier, right? He's
Trippier.
he's a world class
They got-
player.
Yeah, Trippier. He's Champions League quality. They got Mark Tuckett in. They saw that he was unhappy at Aston Villa after Digne moved in, so they got him. So that was intelligent of them. And they got Dan Burn in too, right?
Dan Burn, decent.
Yeah.
Decent.
And,
Dan Burn can even play at left back. Can even play at left back.
and I think the biggest one in this window, probably Bruno Guimaraes, right? The creative
Guimaraes.
Brazilian. So I think this. Yeah. I think
Bruno
this.
Guimaraes.
Yeah, I think he will probably save them from relegation, right? I mean,
I hate Newcastle. I hope that they
Every Bruno is good,
man.
right?
Nah, not that Fernandez guy.
No,
Not that Fernandez.
every Bruno is
No.
good.
Yeah, that guy goes missing in every big game, man.
But don't
Zanam,
forget that Newcastle has a lot of money. They've got.
Yeah.
they've
To be
still
honest,
got money.
I don't see Guimaraes lasting for like 5 seasons until like Newcastle has assembled their ultimate team, like the final form of what this team can be. But for the now and here, for like the next 2 seasons, I think this is going to be a great signing.
Yeah,
They've
but
got-
if you think about it, like, why did Bruno go to Newcastle but not Arsenal?
Money.
Obviously, yeah, obviously.
they'll
Yeah,
be
it's
a
all about
force
stature.
in like 7 years time. Newcastle will
Mm.
definitely be a force in Premier League.
I wouldn't even say 7 years. I'd say like 5 or maybe even 4.
By then, Arsenal have only won like.
They'll assemble the Dragon Ball soon, and
No, I think they're gonna pull in some big names next. So I mean, they've got more money than sense. I think they'll bring in some big washed up player like Higuain, Matuidi. I don't know.
Ronaldo.
Well, don't be surprised if like
Ronaldo.
2 seasons from now they will get Haaland and Mbappe.
I'm
Nah,
expecting them
man.
to have one like
No
the
way.
Hazard or maybe even a Mandzukic for some reason. I don't know why they.
Mandzukic was like finished, man. He's
I'm
finished.
telling you, these guys, Newcastle, I think they have more money than sense. And when you have more money than sense, you're going to sign someone with a great trophy cabinet like Mandzukic. And it would not be a good signing. I think they will do it, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, that was a very bad signing." I think that's what's going to happen.
They could get Messi in 2 years' time.
I think they could, but I don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah, rich
It
people are
depends on whether or
smart,
not
bro.
they're in the UCL. I think if they're not in the UCL, Messi's not even gonna take a look at that.
Don't teach rich people how to spend their money. They're smart, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but the thing I didn't like understand is how they activate Wood release clauses. 25 million for Wood. I think that's outrageous. 25 million for Chris Wood.
I mean, I've already said I think they've got more money than sense, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they fork out like 50 million for Lewis Dunk or something.
I think like they don't even care what the transfer fee are. I just like pay.
It's like you go into the negotiation room, you take the first offer available.
Yeah,
like,
I think
that's like you go into the transfer room and you ask the team you're buying from how much do you want. That's like they've got the money to cover it, so it shouldn't really matter for them.
Yeah, so like they went, for example, they went to Burnley and Sean Dyche was like, "Yo, you cannot get my Wood. You have to pay him 25 million."
Yeah. It's 25 million for a guy.
25 million for Chris Wood. That.
25 million.
Well, listen, if I own Manchester United, I would sell Greenwood to Newcastle for like $100 million, and probably they would
I
buy.
think
I think you probably sell them for like 50 million, and like you hope that they don't find out about the whole crime thing that he has going on.
Okay. So moving on to Norwich.
Yeah, horrible window in my opinion. Right.
Horrible. Nothing.
They've bought no one. They've let Catwell out to Bournemouth, I believe, and Billy Gilmore is out. So two of their most creative and youngest midfielder in the team is.
Where's Gilmore? Where's Gilmore now? Is he returned to Chelsea?
I don't really know, mate. I
think Gilmore still. I think Gilmore is still here.
Yeah, but I think he's still there. But I think because he's still in Norwich, but the guy's injured. He barely played, and it's like you've lost two of them. You've lost one to injury, and it's like okay, that's fair, right? Because you can't control that. But then you go and you sell Todd Cantwell, who is probably the most creative midfielder that you have, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, but Todd Cantwell didn't play an important role in the first half of the campaign. He like barely played. He played.
Yeah, but I think now that Norwich is finally in 17, just 1 point, by the way, 1 point.
Yeah, one point.
Newcastle with one extra game, right? They played one extra game.
Yeah, stay
and they sell players.
No, I mean like Norwich. We know Norwich isn't advanced. Like, they probably got into 17 and thought to themselves, okay, what the hell just happened?
But
they sell Cantwell, man.
Staying or not,
like
they will definitely be relegated.
Like loaning Cantwell out to Bournemouth is like saying, yeah, we're gonna go down to the Championship next year. At least get Cantwell, prepare him for the Championship again. Right? That's basically what happened.
Well, Norwich is definitely gonna be relegated.
Yeah,
they must perform better both on the transfer market and the pitch if they want to stay in the Premier League next season.
All right.
So
I think we should move on, right? I think we should move
You
on
think
to Tottenham.
Southampton can be regulated? You think Southampton?
So, I mean, you know what? Let's talk about Southampton in their transfer for a hot minute.
Why
They've
did
signed one keeper, Willie
Yeah.
Caballero, and
Why
he's
did
40.
40
He's
years old,
older.
by the way.
He's
Caballero?
older than
40
Mikel
years old.
Arteta. The goalkeeper is older than Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, I remember that.
why did they sign him?
Willie
What a signing,
Caballero.
by the way. But what a signing. 40-year-old
Willie
Willie Caballero. What a signing.
What? I
What
don't
a
think he's
signing.
going to have much of an impact. So let's move on because
Sure, let's
Southampton
move on. Let's move
probably
on.
one of the weakest window that you're going to see this year.
Yeah, we move on to top spur.
Yeah.
Top spur.
Tottenham, no.
All right,
Oh,
let's get the failure out the way, right? They failed to sign Luis Diaz, Adama Traore, and Fred Kessie.
Oh, they really linked
Terrible.
to Kessie.
Yeah, they were all dead in the water. Traore is now in Boston. Luis Diaz said goodbye to go to Liverpool. So clearly they weren't very successful within the window.
Yeah,
And-
but they did sign Bentancur. Bentancur.
Yeah, Benteke and Dejan Kulusevski.
Yeah, but Kulusevski is only on loan for 6 months.
Yeah.
both from Juventus, right?
All from Juventus, yeah. Both
Yeah, I mean,
from Juventus.
neither name gets me that excited, right? You know, if I was a Tottenham fan and I hear that Benteke and Dejan Kulusevski is coming in for the January transfer window, I'm like, okay, cool. Who else? And then it's like no one else. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, but it's really hard because they let Ali and Dombele, Lo Celso, and Brian Deal out.
Yeah.
Very good players there, but they all let
I
out.
think they've
Terrible
lost-
transfer season.
They've lost squad. I mean, to be fair, replacing Harry Winks, getting him out of the team completely, probably a good move. I mean, they haven't sold him, but with Benteke in, he's starting to get a look at, in my opinion. But like I said, it's not the most exciting signing. And it's probably not going to change their season that much unless Benteke turns into Kevin De Bruyne for no reason, which I don't think will happen.
Well, I think Tottenham might have just kicked themselves out of the top 6.
Yeah, and Tottenham has played less games than everyone else, right? So they'll probably have to worry about double game weeks in the future, but they have to play some. Yeah,
I think they're still in FA Cup and Carabao Cup. I know they're still just in FA Cup.
are they in the UEFA Conference League anymore? I don't keep an eye on that.
No, they're not in the conference anymore. They were handed a loss 3-0 to Rennes, I think. Yeah. So moving on, Watford. Ooh, Watford was.
This is more quantity than quality for Watford, I would say. Because
Samuel Kalu, Edo Kemjembe, Hassan Kamara, and Sami.
They've signed a lot, right?
Yeah, they signed a lot of players under Roy Hodgson. So it's really quality. It's real squad depth.
Yeah, but the thing I don't know about Watford is that they sack managers, like they chase closes.
Yeah, and this is really a season. This is the quantity window. It's not. They're not bringing in any big names. Like you've got a lot of players, but you're not allowed to bring more than 11 players on the pitch. You can't just bring out 15 guys and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
So it's like I doubt it's gonna be very impactful because none of these guys, big names.
I didn't believe in Roy Hodgson, man. I think Watford has just cemented themselves in regulation. Really
I think
bad.
To be honest, when Roy Hodgson left Crystal Palace, I was like, that's probably the last I'm gonna see of the guy.
Yeah, I did not want to see that guy again, and he just appeared again.
Like the guy's 60, right?
The guy's like nearly 70.
Yeah, the guy's nearly 70.
he should be at home retiring, man. Like what?
Yeah, he was alive at the same time as Winston Churchill.
Like,
So it's like,
look at
so it's
like he's like an old grandpa
like,
who.
I think he just went to Watford for the money. I think it was just like screw it, I'm gonna get some money, and if I get sacked, I get sacked. I don't care. That's probably what happened. He was like,
Yeah, probably he's thinking. Yeah, nothing to be honest. West
yeah,
Ham,
West Ham,
nothing,
right?
nothing.
but it's a bit of a nothing window. Quantity, there's a lot. You signed like a lot of players,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it's quality.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Yeah,
West Ham
Nothing to be said about West Ham, to be honest.
West Ham has
Let's move on to
managed
Wolves.
to keep Rice, right? Declan
yeah, they
Rice.
kept
Right.
Rice
He's
and
Yeah,
amazing.
but yeah, but
But-
Rice is not expected to move on in the January transfer window. By the way, he's just too expensive to be bought.
It's a pity. I thought he's going to Manchester United.
Nah, no way, fam.
to be fair, I think West Ham, they're pushing for the top four already, so they probably did want to fork out some money, but
Yeah, I
you know,
think so.
I the whole COVID situation in London, maybe that had something to do with it.
At
I wouldn't
least-
go out of the way to defend them and say that it was COVID that really just screwed up their entire window. I doubt it, because they're marching for the top four, right? They're pushing for the top four,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I-
this window
but-
is insanely weak, right? It's not
Insanely
backing.
weak.
It's not backing the statement. They're not going out here and telling the world they are going to get into the top four.
at least until the end of the season can Rice go.
Yeah,
I think Rice may go to Chelsea because Chelsea was his boyhood club. He was blue through and through. I don't
it's
think
all,
Rice.
But
I mean,
Chelsea,
so
they've got Kante and Jorginho and
yeah,
a bunch of great midfielders, so they probably
yeah, and you're not going to replace Kante. You're not going to do that.
Kante is old right now. He's 30.
Yeah,
but
But,
he's
like,
so good.
probably one of the most solid player in the league.
Yeah,
You're not going to replace that consistency.
the best CDM, right?
Yeah, Heinz
Nah, I
The
think
guy
Rice the
probably
best
has
CDM
the
in
highest-
the league right now.
the highest work rate I've ever seen in my life. He never stopped running.
His attitude is really good too. So I don't think that anyone can replace Kante.
Rice
All
is
right,
the
let's
one.
move on. Let's move on to the last team in the league.
Finally,
Wolves.
Rice.
Wolves.
Wolves.
To be
Solid.
fair, before
Solid.
we get into the whole transfer window, they did manage to keep Conor Cody, who I believe was targeted by Newcastle.
And
To
Ruben
be
Neves.
fair, yeah.
Ruben.
To be fair,
Ruben
I don't think
was
if I was Conor Cody, I wouldn't accept that offer anyway, because I was like, would you rather be captain of a team that's playing Europa League or a team that's in the 17 and probably kick you out?
Wolves didn't play in Europa League.
Yeah, but like they could probably make a. Well, I mean, they probably won't get in there, but they're in contention of it.
Okay, sure. Adama Traore was out.
To be fair, he's been regaining his form, right? He's been scoring.
Adama Traore was like score one goal in the Prem.
Yeah, but the guy has insane pace and insane physique. If you've seen him, you are going to realize that he is a very strong guy.
If he regains his form, he will be a beast in the. He would destroy
In
all
Barca?
his opponents. Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
He's a beast. Right?
Peace.
I'm not sure if a move to Barcelona was the smartest thing to do. I mean, it might be good for him just to get the feel of scoring again, because I think he'd probably do a better job in the Liga than he would in the Prem. But then it's about is Wolf going to need him? I mean, they probably will, right? I mean, they're lying 8 on the league table, which isn't the greatest.
I don't think Traore will return to Wolves, by the way. I think Barca will probably buy him permanently. at the end
I
of the
mean,
season.
I think they did replace him, right? Some Coutinho?
Coutinho?
Yeah,
What?
Coutinho. Also from Portugal.
Coutinho. I didn't know that guy, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I
No
mean, to be
comment.
fair, he's inexperienced and he's new to English football. So
Yeah.
you could almost see where this is going to go.
So that is like it's not really good transfer window for Wolves, but it's an acceptable one. So
That'll be
lots of news, but I think this transfer window is not that busy as the summer one, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
so
so.
yeah,
I think to cap off, I think we should all just say which team had the best transfer window, and let's
the best transfer window
right.
is
Yeah, I'll let
definitely
you go first.
Newcastle. Newcastle. It's definitely Newcastle, to be honest. 10 out of 10.
I think Burnley and Liverpool also did awesome job.
Yeah.
Right. Signing of Luis Diaz, Michaels with profit, by the way, with profit from losing their main man. Right. Janam, do you think the same as Jeanette?
I'm considering, right? I think that Burnley did the best.
No. Why? Newcastle bring like 5 good players in.
Yeah, but it's like if we're talking based on the club, right? Like if Man City would sign 5 players, you'd be like, yeah, that's a normal window for. I mean, maybe not so much, not too normal in January.
Aston Villa did good too. I'm considering between Aston Villa and Burnley. Newcastle.
Why didn't you guys consider Newcastle?
It's a bit disappointing.
Obviously, Newcastle probably had the greatest window, but it's like, of course, they targeted like 50 different guys. Eventually, they're gonna get someone.
Yeah, for sure.
No, they didn't get a good window considering they bought Chris Wood, right, for 25 million.
They bought Chris Wood, but they also bought Bruno Guimaraes, who is very good at Lyon.
Yeah, but Chris Wood for 25 million, I don't think that is good.
I do think Bruno Guimaraes will be more impactful. On Newcastle than Luis Diaz will be on Liverpool. But I think that should be pretty. That shouldn't even be a big statement because Luis Diaz he's moving in. He still has to earn his place. Bruno Guimaraes just into the first select into the.
So let's vote. I think. Who do you think has the best transfer window? Me personally, I think it's Newcastle. How about you, Arn?
I would say it is tough. I want to say Liverpool for the same Luis Diaz, but it is just Luis Diaz. So I would have to say Burnley, I think.
Burnley, right. How about you, Zanam?
I would say Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, right. We have 3 different opinions, right?
Yeah.
What is the worst transfer window?
Also, I think we should also go around and say which transfer was the biggest of January. The big transfer.
Sure. So what is the worst team in terms of transfer this window?
The biggest transfer,
worst team.
Worst team.
Oh, worst team?
Yeah, worst team.
I personally
think Watford. I think Watford.
I don't know, man.
Can be Norwich, Norwich.
In my opinion,
I mean, Leicester didn't do anything. But
it's gonna be
at least they didn't lose anyone. Norwich lost their most creative midfielder, and now they're in 17. They need someone like that, and they tossed it into ball.
Possibly Norwich.
I think that it's gonna be Tottenham.
Tottenham?
Yeah.
Tottenham.
I still see that Tottenham.
Controversial one, I would say.
Just
they felt a lot of players. They lost a lot of players, and now they've got fixture congestion to worry about.
Yep.
Conjunction. Sorry.
Sure. Okay, so let's vote again. Me is possibly Norwich. How about you, Arn?
I'm gonna have to go with Norwich too, mate.
Norwich, right? 2 Norwich. How about you, Zanam?
I'm still gonna stay. I'm still gonna stick with Tottenham.
Tottenham,
Alright.
right? So
And for the biggest
let's
signing,
move on.
for the biggest signing, let's go around. I'll start. I think for the now,
Luis Diaz.
it's definitely Bruno Guimaraes. But if we're
Bruno
talking,
Guimaraes.
yeah, we're talking historic.
Long
that will
term,
probably, yeah. If we're talking long term, Luis Diaz all the way.
Luis Diaz. Me, I think the biggest one is probably Chris Wood.
I mean, what about run us to Burnley? That was bad to be honest. The fact
Like
they
Chris-
signed 30 million. Someone
Like-
70 goals for pre-season. That's
Like-
insane, right?
Whenever I think of Burnley, I think of Chris Wood, man. Like, why does he leave Burnley? It's like it's iconic in Burnley. But he's probably the
personally,
biggest.
Whenever I think of Burnley, I just think of Sean Dice.
Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
Sean Dyche. How about you, Zana?
But
What's
yeah.
the biggest transfer?
Looks like you guys will get the transfer of Mason Greenwood to the jail, right?
Prison FC.
Yeah, bro. Getting another right winger.
Yeah.
Manchester United could have earned like 50 million or more if they sold Greenwood to another team, but no, he just ended
No.
up in jail.
Yeah.
And
He
United
he
just
took
lost him.
he took matters into his own hands.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the
Okay.
biggest
I
transfer.
guess this wraps up our video about transfer.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening, and I hope we can see you next week. Stay tuned. Goodbye.